Hi and welcome to Saffron Trail Kitchen. A lot of people ask me what are the good replacements for rice, and I highly recommend millets. They are very easy to cook and they easily get into any kind of Indian meal. So today we're going to make a millets pulao straight in the pressure cooker, and I promise you it won't take more than 15 minutes. So we'll start by keeping a pressure pan to heat. And this one we are going to make in ghee, but go ahead and use any oil you like, but this ghee really gives a good flavor to this. Around 2 teaspoonfuls. We'll wait for the ghee to heat and then we'll add in the spices. So the ghee is hot. I'm going to start by adding a little bit of cumin seeds, a pinch of fenugreek seeds, and then I'm going to add some whole garam masalas, a couple of cinnamon sticks, one small bay leaf, 2 to 3 cloves, 1 green cardamom, and 1 black cardamom. Give this a quick stir. And we'll wait for the spices to puff up and become aromatic, and then we'll add the next ingredients. So you'll see that the cloves have puffed up and the cumin is popping. So I'm going to add a mix of vegetables here. I'm adding red carrots, onion and some fresh green peas. In total, a cup of vegetables. You can add any other vegetables that are in season like beans or bell peppers. It's totally your choice. To this I'm going to add some salt. And we're going to add some ground turmeric. Not a must, but again it's very good for health, so I try and add it in every dish I can. And very little red chili powder, just about 1/4 to half a teaspoon. I'm going to add a little bit of water so that the spices don't burn. So today I'm using foxtail millet. You can also use proso or barnyard millet. You get a variety of millets in most supermarkets these days. So you can experiment with different varieties for each recipe. So I have not soaked it, I have just washed it and then drained off the water, and I'm going to add it to the cooker now. We'll saute the millets for like just 1 to 2 minutes so that it mixes well with the spices and it also gets a bit toasted until the water evaporates. I'm just going to snip up some mint leaves here with a pair of scissors, so we'll keep it ready to add to the pulao mix. A reader had asked me a query about how, when he had cooked foxtail millets, it turned bitter. There's actually no reason for it to be bitter because once you soak it and rinse it well, whatever slight bitterness is there, it's gone. So once you add it to the spices and in a pulao like this, the end result, you'll really not taste any bitterness at all. So the millets are slightly toasted now. So I'm going to add the mint leaves. And we are going to add water in the same 1:2 ratio like you would add for a basmati rice. Give it a stir. At this point, I'm going to add a tiny bit of garam masala, just about 1/4 teaspoon. So you can see it's already looking so colorful, right? So we let this come to a boil and then we can close the cooker lid. So the water is coming to a simmer. So I'm going to close the cooker lid with the weight, and we'll allow it to cook for up to 2 whistles, after which we can switch the gas off. So after 2 whistles, I've switched off the cooker and allowed it to cool down naturally, and now we're going to open and check. Give it a stir. It's smelling great. So you can see that every grain of millet is quite separated out and it's not clumped up. The thing about millets is the longer you leave it in the cooker or in the vessel that you have cooked it, it will tend to clump up and become a mass. So as soon as it's ready, you should remove it into a serving bowl or a hot casserole so the grains will remain separate throughout. We'll just remove it into a serving bowl now. And we'll garnish it with a few sprigs of fresh mint. So you can have the pulao just like that, or you can have it with plain dahi or with a raita and papad. It should be really amazing. So do try it out and subscribe to Saffron Trail Kitchen and leave me a comment on how you like this recipe.